We've continued our annual tradition every year for the last 5 years by taking a road trip to Kootenay Lake, British Columbia to enjoy some fishing. After years of trial and error, our fishing success has improved substantially, averaging 8 fish a day, all catch and release. But we've noticed something has changed. All of the fish we have been catching have barely reached 1 pound, in comparison to the 5 to 12 pounders we were used to catching years ago, such as this Dolly Varden we caught 2 summers ago. We've been talking about taking a road trip to the West Coast for a while now, and this year we finally pulled the trigger on it. Prince Rupert, British Columbia was a city of choice for its easy access to the ocean and rumors of good fishing. After spending weeks looking at charts, YouTube videos, and exchanging gear, we were all very anxious to get out onto the water. The next morning, we quickly set out to the fishing grounds, which was about a 1-hour boat ride away from the harbor, giving Shay plenty of time to prep the new gear. Once we arrived at the fishing grounds, we were welcomed by typical rainy West Coast weather. Shay quickly dropped the lines to the bottom, and fishing had commenced. It wasn't long we had our first fish on the line. Fishing in the ocean for the very first time, it was exciting to see some early success. Shay was in for a fight with a coho salmon. After an exciting battle, the 4-pound salmon was in the boat. However, the day had only just begun. Minutes later, the downrigger released, and the rod begins to spool out. I instinctively grabbed the rod, and found myself in a battle against a Chinook salmon. The battle lasted several minutes. Then I exchanged the rod for my camera and captured the moment.
All right.
This Chinook topped the scales at 14 pounds and was a moment we'd never forget. Over the next 3 days, we were welcomed with clear skies with no rain forecasted. We quickly made our way out of the harbor and back into the fishing grounds. The seas may have been rougher than yesterday, however we were determined to get back into the fish. With 2 lines in the water, we couldn't keep them off. After having fun with the salmon, we tried our luck against the halibut. And after patiently waiting for a few minutes, something big takes my bait. This was obviously the largest fish I have ever attempted to bring in the boat. After several minutes, the halibut emerges from the depths. I just need to bring it within striking range. After a few tense moments, success. Minutes later, Shay has something big on his rod, and it's taking line. After a good battle, and getting tangled up in my line in the process, the halibut emerges. In the course of 20 minutes, we had two 50-pound halibuts in the boat. This concludes our trip to Prince Rupert. In 4 days, we're hauling home dozens of salmon and 2 halibuts. I would highly recommend Prince Rupert to anyone who has a passion for fishing. Between the wildlife and the surrounding scenery, and of course the fishing, there is simply no comparison. We will be returning here again soon.